Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you already know who this is, man. This is the big bad kaiju of STP. This is O'Shea Edwards. And this ain't the one count. This ain't the two count. No, my man. You listening to the 3 Count podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know how I fly him to the flow like. Hit him with a 3 count. And your boy real chicka real.
What's up, everybody? That's right. It's your boy. That's right. Your friendly neighborhood Red Dog. You know, the one that's here. But this is going to be kind of a different show. I know you guys are normally used to Chaz with his big, flashy intros and like, hey, it's your brother, the guy that you call on when, you know, you have to get the job done and when things look dangerous. But more importantly, this is just for us. But let's talk about something really quick. So we have some intros that we want to get into, just dive into really quick. And, you know, number one, buy our merch. You guys can find all of our wrestling tees at prowrestlingtees.com/the 3 Count Pod. You know, go pick up a t-shirt, you know, help us out. You know, that guy right there in the center. That's one. You guys can also pick up this one. You guys can pick up our OG one. It's a lot of fun. You guys know where all this stuff is at. You guys also don't forget that you guys can go follow us on all of our social media platforms. Right down here at the bottom, you see our TikTok, you see our 3 Count Pod for Instagram, and you see our Twitter one as well at 3count_pod. Go follow us. Go do all that stuff. Link in. Put in your comments. You guys already know we're here to listen to you guys. We're going to talk with you guys some more. The other part that you guys really should be looking at, right, is what's coming down the pipe for Now Entering the Ring. We're going to talk about really quick what's coming into Now Entering. Well, you know, we have always the latest episodes for you guys. So this week on Now Entering, we have Boom Harding coming on. And then we have Narcolepsy Boy, Malik Kelly is coming on the show, so you guys can check it out. But more importantly, let's get past all of this. Let's get to talking about the reason why this show is around. If you guys didn't know, Pure Ignorance is in this heated ass battle with Takeover. And at Hamburg, the legendary Hamburg in Pennsylvania, you guys are going to be able to see that on July 22nd. But without further ado, let's bring on the boys of Pure Ignorance.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, Chaz is out here talking, but he's got
we cannot hear you, big
microphone. That's what's going on. So if you guys didn't see, that's right. The Don Chaz Evans, Prince Machiavelli, the shooter himself, Noah Idol. These are the boys of Pure Ignorance. Hello, gentlemen. Welcome aboard.
What's going on?
Good to be here, brother.
This is technically my show.
Yeah, so Chaz is, you know, great. I'm glad to hear that we can hear Chaz now. Great. This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm using a new mic. It's JJ's mic because, you know, since he hasn't been on the podcast, he's got money to invest in himself in the podcast. So I'm using his mic for the first time. So I don't know how to work this. It's just I like it because it glows it glows up.
All right.
That.
I'm digging the colors.
Man,
so listen, let's just hop into it, and we're gonna start this off with Prince. You know, the pusher himself. Ayo, so you guys have this match coming up. Like,
Wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait, Cliff. Where's Takeover?
No, where's Takeover? Well, I don't know. They were invited on the show. I thought they agreed to be on, but they did not show. They did.
Sorry, y'all. Jesus. My bad.
So, yeah.
Cool.
Like our people.
Continue.
I'm
sorry.
Their
Continue.
people just didn't talk with us, and it. You know, sometimes these things happen. You know, maybe technical difficulties, maybe a hiccup in the schedule.
No, they're a bunch of punks. That's what they are. You know what? The 3 Count audience don't usually see me like this, but my boys, they know how I get. Right. They're a bunch of punks. Okay. I don't know if people saw, you know, our little promo that, you know, a little video that we did, but you need to go see that. I put the, you know, we can drop the link. We said what was going to be said. Like, they didn't show. They wanted to do this. You know, we've been talking, and guess what? Where they been at? They've been silent. But go ahead. Sorry, Cliff. This is your thing. Let me not take over. See what I did there? Take over. Ha, pump.
Oh gosh.
All right, bet. Well, here's what let's get it popping, man. So we've got a couple guys in here dropping notes. So shout out to Keith calling y'all the champs. Deal RD Mosh out here talking about what's up, guys. I'm gonna tell you what's not going up. Your win record against me, July 31st. So you need to shut your mouth. More importantly, let's break it. Listen, it's not about my match that's going on. It's about y'all's match that's happening. But listen, so we know kind of like the background, right? You guys had this match with Merc and his crew. You guys ended up getting a dub, and then from there, Jay Bougie made his mark, right? So he came in, blasted you guys, and then just kind of handled the business from there.
Cheap shot.
Like, what was your guys' response? Like, how did this all build up to like as big as it's getting?
Who wanna go
Who
first?
want to take that?
They're scared. Let's be honest, they're scared. They're scared to fight us. They're scared to face us. They're scared to even show up on a podcast. Guys are cowards. You got PJ, Not So Savage. You got Jay Bougie, Goofy himself, and you got, I don't even know who the faceless ones are. They haven't even said nothing the entire time. They're scared because they know pure ignorance is up next.
Period.
Nah, facts, G, facts. You like nobody ever wants to hit us in our mouths face to face. If you have looked, you can, and there is video evidence. Like Jay Bougie and them can't lie and say that didn't happen, right? They hit me from behind. Okay, he hit me after a match when I'm looking the opposite direction. The same thing that Devontae and Merc did. They hit us from behind. After what? After a match. Nobody ever wants to hit us up front because when they do, they lose. And they talk their way into a corner. They thought, listen, no disrespect to STP. Like I've said before, those are our OGs, right? Like shout out to Shane Taylor, Moses, Khan, right? O'Shea, the big bad Kaiji. Like, bro, those are teachers. Okay, cool. You went to war with them. So what you think that they didn't teach us the game? Like how we study, like we students of the game. What makes you think? Like it's crazy. And on July 22nd in Hamburg Fieldhouse, I'm gonna knock every last one of them out with my right hand. Flat out, bro. Flat out.
For me, it all started when they just started talking. And then when Jay Bougie decided to hit us from behind, that was just like, all right, we got to give y'all the act right because now y'all out here thinking this is a game. So that's when it started for me. And at this point, the fact that they not here, that already says enough for me, at least, and for me and my boys. I don't see none of them. So clearly, somebody's scared of something. I think
Savage is not even booked on the show, but he's been talking the most trash. That's my thing.
They got Twitter fingers all day. And
that's fine. We got Twitter fingers too, bro. Like what? I love Twitter. That's my favorite app. What you mean? Like
I mean, I did set up a GoFundMe for him, but nobody wants to contribute to his bummer.
So just let you guys know out home, yes, we are taking questions. We do have a question that came in. This is directed at the Dawn, and just simply says, do you still have the brass knucks?
I always have the brass knucks. They never leave me.
You feel me?
Shirley never leaves my pocket, bro.
It is kind of crazy to see because to see how quickly this has like picked up and like kind of run amok, right? One of those actually came on Twitter Spaces with Rev Ron, right? It was his show that he was having on, and then out of nowhere, everything got thrown out the window because obviously like they had their run-in with STP, and Bougie did score the win over Rev Ron. And then out of nowhere, like the trash talk began, and then this whole thing exploded. The real question would be, why? How did that set off so badly that it got to be all you guys pretty much against Jay Bougie? Like it was almost like for lack of a better term, it was like game pack mentality. Like y'all just jumped this man in the spaces.
That's how it is. That's legit how it is. One attack, it's like that. We like to hound the wolves. We just on it. Like, this is what it is.
And like we brothers. Like that's the thing. Like yeah, we like we're brothers. Like I would go to war for each and every last one of these brothers right here on this screen. Like, and that's not. And guess what? That's not kayfabe, brother. That's a shoot. Like I've known these guys legitimately all my life. Like Prince has been there for and Noah have been there for significant events of my life. Okay, like who were the first people that I called when I found out that I was having kids? I called them too. Okay, like who was the first person that I text besides, of course, my mom that my children were born? These guys, right? When shit hit the fan and things are going amok and I need an emergency, I'm calling one of these two, and guess what? One is going to pick up. Flat. When one don't pick up, the other picks up. So when I got into it, and I'll take blame. I'm the one that normally starts all the fights. Okay, I was the one that growing up in school. I was the one starting the fights, and then of course Noah come around because he's the youngest. He's like, hey, yo, don't mess with my bro. And then here comes Prince, you know, because listen, when Prince show up, things it's over. People know back up. So like I got in there, I started talking, right? So I started talking my stuff. Then Noah came out, right? He started talking, and then of course Prince saw, he heard what was going on. And mind you, this is like 8:00 in the morning. Like
it was like 8:00 in the morning.
It was like 8:00 in the morning, and yeah, we
were just gonna go. Like
when you talk reckless, I'm gonna go reckless with you. We can take it there. And he started talking reckless. That's all he's been doing. He's been talking out the neck. And like the thing is this, like they're gonna have to hold us back because if I see him before the match, I promise you I will smack him on sight. Like I really don't care about this match. I just want to fight him. I want to fight him. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like that's what it is at this point. Like I just want to cave his skull in. Flat, bro. Like you talk reckless. Listen, you can't like throw disrespect and not try to and don't expect disrespect to be thrown back at you. Like
consequences.
Like,
definitely.
Consequences, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely interesting watching y'all like interact and like how you guys just kind of like not include everybody, and you guys just kind of like, hey, we're going to war with this person or that team or this team. Like you, okay, so Jazz, you tend to pick the fights with a lot of people, like you said. And aside from just like what happened with Merc, what happened with with STP, like starting that whole thing up, and like it seems like you want to be the instigator into this whole thing. And has anybody told you that Prince has to be your bailout, or is this just something that gets brought up to you new?
I wouldn't say I'm the bailout. I would say what I'm gonna say is when he goes to war, I'm gonna go to war, and when I go to war, I expect the same out of him.
Straight like that.
I'm gonna leave that. Like I said, I'm gonna leave that one alone. I ain't gonna never say my brother don't have my back.
So we do have something in for Prince, and I'll read it for our fans who are listening into this. So Prince, why are you so quiet? Are you the delirious? Please go crazy. You are the cream of the crop.
I'm just quiet because it's really not much to say. I'm ready to fight. I've been ready since the last time when they jumped us. So really not much to say.
Right after the match, like for real.
Didn't we tell him to get back in the ring? And he kind of like just did exactly.
And what did he do? He ran away.
You hear that, Bougie?
It is interesting because he did cut that promo after he hit all three of you guys at the quarantine show, and then cut the promo, and then you guys kind of got in. Then he just like kind of flat out. And maybe because it was a numbers thing, I don't know. Maybe if it was just one of y'all in there, maybe he would have came back in. But it's definitely like it seems to be kind of like a trend of like, like he got you guys, like he surprised you guys, and he's mentioned that actually on Now Entering Ring. He saw you, he popped up, and then you guys got knocked out. Said his two words, and then kind of like ran or bailed out of the ring. and then y'all try to get in and try to start this. But like, what's the game plan for like getting in and doing this?
You playing for Bougie?
Like,
Yeah,
Fight. What else? What else is there to do? But
period.
fight.
Beat them boys into the dirt.
We want to fight until it's our last breath, to our last fist. Even if we're losing, we still gonna fight because that's
Until
what
the
we do.
bell rings. You feel me? Until the bell rings. Until I hear that bell, it's on. It's like that. Period.
Chaz, you seem awfully quiet, like you're deep in thought. I'm just curious.
I just want to hit him. I just want to hit him, bro. I just want to hit him. I didn't like. Listen, he got a free shot on me. Okay, listen, I don't like that. I didn't get my receipt, and a receipt coming.
It is interesting because I do see like you did on Twitter recently put out your Duffin list, and Bougie's name was on the bottom of this list. It still hasn't been crossed out. What about the rest of TakeOver? Are you guys like worried that like there might be a numbers game that kind of adds up? Like, you know, I know you said that PJ wasn't booked for the show, but what if like now the odds become a 4-on-3 match? Like, what do you guys plan? Like, how do you guys plan on trying to handle the numbers at that point?
There's always Pyrians is always around. Just because you only see the three of us, don't mean that other members.
You feel
Like,
me?
let's keep it $150.
We got hitters everywhere.
I
Everywhere.
don't know if y'all seen the new shirt. You know, if you didn't, you know, you should definitely go cop that. That, you know, the logo. If you look at it, it say established 2015. Would you think it's only been 3 of us this whole time? And that's all I'm gonna leave it, just like that.
Take it.
How you know Pure Ignorance is not over there already in like the Midwest? Maybe in like Utah somewhere. How you know we don't got hitters in Utah? How you know we don't got hitters right in Michigan, in Texas, bro, in St. Louis, bro? We that's the thing. Just because you see us, don't mean it's not more of us.
Understood. So we are actually being joined really quick by another person. So let me.
If it's not Jay Bougie, then I don't care. Is it Bougie? Is it? Is it?
You're all welcome.
Oh no, it's the boss.
Okay. All right.
Never mind. Let me be on my best behavior.
There you go.
He's giving me my envelope at the end of the night.
So for those who don't know, this is Tyler. He is the man in charge of quarantine. So this is the head honcho, and this is the reason why Pure Ignorance is like, hey, you know what? P's and Q's for the next however long we are joined.
Yes, sir.
I'm something.
So I don't know if you've been listening or not, but obviously, like the boys
I
have
heard
been talking a lot
some
about
of it.
matchup.
Most of it. I was spending more time trying to get this thing to work. I missed the last couple minutes. But.
Bet.
Oh yeah,
So
this is a big deal. Baltimore versus New York City in Pennsylvania, of all places.
Had to meet in the middle.
Not even in a city either, just in a little town. But it's okay. It'll be good.
it is
It'll
a
be
big
good.
matchup, though. If
There's
you
a
think
lot
it's
of
on
buzz.
neutral ground, so it's not like someone can claim that
It
there's
is a big
favoritism
matchup.
like they did last
Mhm.
time. You know, so it's you're in Pennsylvania, you're on neutral ground. It's halfway between New York and halfway between Baltimore. So you got the Maryland, New York thing kind of going on. So there's
Yep.
no real excuse for like if somebody was to lose on
I
the
have
22nd.
I have a Pennsylvania referee, born and raised, set for that match. So nobody can claim no favoritism on anybody's part, and there's going to be a clear, decisive winner. This is sorry, I keep getting cameos here, but yes, it's going to be good. You too. Get. Sorry. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a big match. The whole card is going to be good. I think it's probably one of the best cards that we've done in terms of like top to bottom since December. So
We are talking about. So let's talk more about the quarantine card, right? Because it is a massive card, and you have a lot of talent that's coming on the show. You know, you guys do have your big names, like obviously Andino is going to be a part of the card, which is a boy that we know, all too familiar.
Who is on Team Pure Ignorance, by the way? Andino 3 belts. I just want to put it out there. All right, that man was on GCW for the culture wearing a what? Duffin season shirt. Okay,
That's true.
he didn't wear a takeover shirt, and then I gave him a what? A Pure Ignorance shirt. Just saying.
And don't forget, he gave me that Biggie Small shirt.
Exactly. See, that's horrible. How you know Andino not in Pure Ignorance? How you know? That's what I'm saying. Just because there's only 3 of us don't mean it's not more of us.
Exactly.
Sorry, go ahead. It's not about us. Right now we're talking about the whole card. Sorry.
All right. So
Also, another person that's on the card, fan of the show, one has been on the show too. Philly Mike is going to be a part of the show. So we have there is a bunch of people that are going to be on attached to card. So I'm just curious on like, how did you get this card put together? Like, and what goes into the thought process of like putting up the matchups that you're doing? Because obviously Tarzan is going to be going against Rico. So I mean, just how did you manage to get so many different personalities?
I overbooked too many people, and then I had to find something to do with them. But no, for real, I don't know, man. I just try to pick I try to take the guys that, you know, this is our first Fieldhouse show at the bigger venue. Everybody loves working there. You know what I mean? Especially the ones that didn't get to work there yet. They really wanted to, so I wanted to make sure that when we got this show actually put together, and we got that venue, I bring along the people with that, you know, been riding with me for a while, man. You know, Rico's been there for a while. Tarzan Duran, I just had randomly because he asked me. He hit me up, and I was like, yeah, you know what? It's probably be a good match for Rico. So they said, go ahead for it, put that on. Devontae's will be back, going up against Westfield Kelly. That'll be a good match.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we duffed them too.
Yeah,
you heard.
Yeah. Well, they're gonna be duffing each other, man.
Nah, can't nobody duff like us.
Oh, that's true. I heard you have a mean right hook.
What?
I won't say anything about it.
Yeah. Me neither.
Oh man.
But yeah, we got that. We have a quarantine pregame because I hate the word pre-show now. You know what I mean? It offends people. So it's really just because I didn't want to try to cram 10 matches in at 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? Have everybody there till 11 p.m. So put 2 of those matches on early. That's the quarantine pregame. You get there early. You get there before 6:30 p.m. Friday, July 22nd. You get to see Bristol Lion Marcus Schuyler against All Day James Gray and Zach Ravix against Luca Mancini.
I duffed James Gray too.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
It got turned into a GIF on Twitter too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so let's talk about this main event though, because the main event is like really kind of like a heavy hitting one, right? So you do have the Dead Seas and Mil Muertes versus the Madness of Trip, Prince Piranha, and Dirtbag Dan. Mil Muertes, the man from MLW, the man is a legend, been traveling all over AAA. Yo, hand to God, one of the dudes that if I ever got a chance to work, I would definitely like jump all over the opportunity. But it's wild. I'm just curious, like, how do you see that match playing out?
I see that match being chaotic, and I hope that nobody bleeds because in PA the match will get shut down as soon as somebody bleeds. So I'm praying that nobody gets hurt too bad. But it is what it is. For a match that chaotic, you never know. 6-man tag street fight rules. It's gonna be nuts. 3 favorites from quarantine. Prince Piranha, a super favorite of the Fieldhouse. Dirtbag Dan, another favorite, and Madness the Trip against Mil Muertes and Dead Sea. It's gonna be violent, man.
Yeah,
we'll see. You know, you never know what can happen.
So,
Dyson
really
Bennett.
quick, we do have a guest who is writing in. I just happened to look over and see.
Yeah, my brother-in-law is a huge fan of Mil Muertes from Puerto Rico.
Oh wow,
that's who he grew up watching. Yeah, he lives in the apartment right next door to me. But he said I'm definitely going.
Nice.
So we got a meet and
another
greet with him for 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? Come out, get a picture with him, get your autograph. My 8x10s came yesterday. This whole thing. What? I don't. No, take it back. Take it back now.
So as you guys can see, Corey Cross is watching the show. What's up, Corey? And he said, "Yet another show I'm not advertised on." # some people's kids.
No.
Oh man.
Corey Cross will be there. He will be there. But
you do have the big matchup with Marcus Schuyler and James Gray. The all-day advocate of the leader of the Bonnet Club. Another matchup should be a real, like, not to use somebody else's terms, but a slobber knocker. How do you like? Why is this a matchup? Like, how did this rivalry start up? Like, I'm just curious to hear about the story.
Well, James Gray's partner, Inhodible MB from the Bonnet Club, moved back to Puerto Rico pretty suddenly. So I've decided, you know what? Marcus Schuyler, James Gray, they wrestled each other once before last year. So I said, you know what? Let's put them in together, see what they can do. James Gray's been winning singles titles in his area. It should be a good match. It was a good match then. Now they've both grown a little bit more as performers, even more as you always continue to evolve, as we all know, in this business. Some people don't, but that's a conversation for a different time.
Right.
But yeah, that's I figured that would be a good match to have. They had a good match last year. I figured they'd have another good match for this one. Marcus Schuyler, former quarantine champion himself, so it should be good.
Not to show any favoritism, but my boy James Gray, he got that.
You do have another match on this card that you do have is Zach Ravix versus Luca Mancini. I know Luca. I'm a huge fan. Not that I'm going to be like, hey man, let me show favoritism here. I might have to lean one way, but I'm just kind of curious. Like, this is a matchup that I see getting played out. So hey, let me know. Like, how's this rivalry starting up, or how's this rivalry continuing?
I've known Luca for a while, for maybe the better part of a year now, and he and I always got on good, and he's a hell of a performer. And I met Zach last December at an ACPW show. We had a match together, and he's still pretty new, but he's a tough kid. So throw him in. They both want to make their debuts for quarantine. Throw them into the fire, man. Let's see what you got.
Bet. We have another comments brought in by one Corey Cross that says, why I'm not, why I'm not advertised. # controversial AF. We also have Jared on here as well, dropping in the comments saying, "What up, Tyler? Alexander Handmaker, Saba Del Mar."
Oh damn, we just breaking all the kayfabe.
Hey man, people writing in the things. Like, I have no idea. It's just when people write their stuff.
Wait, Sabal's here?
I haven't seen that person. I don't know who they're talking about. Must be a random name.
I didn't know they sell that mask to kids.
Damn, now the Booker booked himself with the name. Son of a bitch.
So I know
we shooting today, bro. I don't care no more.
Some ball smells like low tide and wet mulch. Just want to put out there, that's what was just put in the chat group. You do have Draven Blaze, Merc, and JS Hawthorne in this on this card as well. So very curious into wanting to hear the story more about that.
That was booked because all three of those guys never wrestled each other before at all. And I know them all for years. You know what I mean? Draven's out of the ring, kind of like a father figure to me. And he's always been a hell of a worker. Some of my best matches I've ever had come from him. So, I know he can work. And work. I used to shoot term, brother. No, I know Hawthorne since I want to say like the 3rd grade. We went to school together, so we've been friends all throughout school. You know what I mean? He said he started his wrestling journey after seeing me do it. So, you know, he's a good worker. You wrestled him before. You already know Cliff. So
I don't know who Cliff is.
I don't know who Cliff is either.
All I know is that in that match with Hawthorne, I had to go back and review because I couldn't figure out what happened. Yeah, some people just want to punch people in the dick for no reason.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
Just
no, I've seen him walk the dog.
clean.
I've seen him walk the dog on people in that ring before. That's Suicide Myers.
That man was being
man
very.
handsome,
Speaking of
bro.
walking dogs, that man was very. Look, listen, Jay Hawthorne has been a guest on Now Entering the Ring, and full transparency, he was not very nice to my dog at all. In fact, he was very rude.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh, yo, I didn't even mean that pun intended either.
It's messed up. It's totally messed up.
Yeah, no, that should be a really good match. And, you know, Merckx had quite a few challenges for that title, so I figured, well, time to prove it. You say you're the best, now you prove it. Take on 2.
You know, someone wrote in, all good people need a kick to the dick. So another match you do have lined up too is Adonis versus Reed Walker. You know, talk to us about the story behind that matchup.
And which match was that?
Adonis Valero versus.
Yeah. So Adonis, I've known for years and years and years. You know, him and I are tight. Former tag team partners, actually. Shout out, break the kayfabe again. But I just told him the original plans I had for the show was to have like a ladder match or something and introduce a new singles title. And then I was like, fuck it, I ain't doing that. We might not be able to, might not be allowed. So I said, nah. I just asked him, I said, who you want to work? Because he's doing a lot of H2O shows and stuff like that, IWTVs and, you know, Sean Henderson stuff. So I just asked him if he had anybody he wanted to wrestle that he thinks could be good. And he mentioned Reed Walker, and I've seen Reed a couple times on H2O shows and stuff on IWTV. And we got it happen. We made it happen. So it's going to be an H2O showcase, if you will. Reed Walker and Naughty Adonis. That should be a good one, though, man. I'm really excited to see that one. That should be a good one.
One of the other matches that you do have on here, too, is our friend of the show, Chris Andino, running against TJ Reno as well as Anthem Alata. Talk to us more about this matchup.
This matchup came about because Andino, I know for years and years and years, that's your dog, that's my dog. So
Andino,
Don't do that. You know he hates that.
I know he does. That's why I do it all the time.
Oh, I think our man got frozen
in time.
Just give him time. It'll fix.
But let's pop over here really quick. So get this comment put in, because this obviously is another comment that got dropped in. Mr. Corey Croft once again.
There we go. Okay. Yeah.
He says a ladder match is the first to hit the glass ceiling.
Listen, somebody already hit the glass in Hamburg like 3 years ago. And we almost got kicked out of the venue. So that's a whole nother story too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, dude got choke bombed through a car window. Yeah, that was a bloody mess. But be that as it may, this Andino, I figured, I knew he and TJ would have a good match. He asked me for a match with TJ before. TJ's still pretty new, but the kid's good. So I figured he'd be a challenge for Andino. And after an Amada, I've been trying to get both on quarantine for like the better part of a year. So I just told him, I hit him up. I say, yo, you want to come work? And add it in. So here we go. This is how I ended up with 1 million multi-man matches and a bunch of 6-mans. So I card though. So it's not like
as he's having technical difficulties.
It's crazy.
But Corey Cross writes in, I worked TJ Pops for years. TJ is the next big thing. Trust.
Big respect for
trust.
TJ.
Yeah. Big shouts. Because you know what? Like, that man does a lot of work. So he's definitely one
TJ's
of those
nice.
that, like,
TJ's good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
So as we are now being joined back in.
Dude, this is a mess, man. I'm trying to stay on. I don't even know where I left off before I got kicked off.
No, so you were talking about TJ, you know, and his work, and Dino wanted this match, so you got a bunch of multi-man matches all put together, and now that's how you got your card all filled up.
Yeah, it's a guy. It's a mess. It's about as much mess as my hair right now. But no, it's a good solid card though. I think I spread it out pretty good, which I think is, you know what I mean. It doesn't look like this card was like really put together with like a set. You know what I mean? With like a set idea, which isn't necessarily a bad problem to have. So, you know, I think I have it spread out nice enough that, you know, you're not getting two of the same thing in the same, you know what I mean, in the same half. Like there's not 2 6-mans in the same in the first half or the second half. You know what I mean? There's not 2 3-ways in the first half or the second half. I spread it out a little bit so that we can make it, you know, booking things.
Yeah, no doubt. Corey says, looks like Booker Man's minutes on his track phone are about to be up with that interrupted service all the time.
Yeah.
But no, man, like, so the card is loaded. The card is definitely full. You know, here at the 3 Count, we want to definitely help promote the show, not just because, like, you know, obviously the boys of Pure Ignorance are on there, but we also talk with Philly Mike. We've also had Andino. You know, we're bringing on a bunch of the guys on that have been on this card that are actually coming to the show. So, you know, we want to help. And Tyler, obviously, we're like a huge fan of yours as well. So we're hyped. We're hyped with the card, man. So it's definitely shaped up to be something that's going to be.
I'm trying to find signal here. Sorry.
But no, just saying that we're super hyped that the card is loaded the way it is, and we're definitely hyped that, you know, you're able to put something together like this.
Oh yeah, I got nothing.
Nope. So
I got no signal. I'm out.
All right. Peace.
Later, man.
No doubt. But we're going back to the real part, the real card, the real heavy hit of the game. Yeah, so let's be real, man. So with Pure Ignorance versus Takeover, we didn't get joined by the guys of Takeover because, you know, sometimes you just kind of get like I was like, you kind of get like bleached and just like washed out.
Right.
So let's play this out. Let's play the scenario out, right?
All right, let's talk about it.
You guys, let's say you guys have this match, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's next for Pure Ignorance?
What's next?
There's only 2 teams right now that I can honestly say I want to face like immediately, and that's STP and Prolific. Now, Prolific, they beat us before when the very beginning of our career, and I want that rematch. And STP, that's our OG. But if we can face them, show them like, hey, you know, we ain't kids no more. We want this. We're working hard for this. We need this. That's how I
I
feel.
like it.
I got waves and curls on my list. It's, you know, it's just they too happy. They too happy. I just, your life can't be that good. and I just have to cause problems. Like you said, I'm like the instigator. But yeah, they're too happy in the dancing and then nah, bro. Nah.
As far as my boys, I know they're running the whole tag team thing. But for me, I got a couple people in my scope, in my sight, and two names that I want to throw out there that I want to talk to personally. TJ Reno and Mr. Motivation. Those are the two guys that I'm looking to, see what's up to. So
Eddie's a good call out. Eddie's a good call out. Yeah. So obviously, like, and it's funny because you guys mentioned like two tag teams. Obviously, Prolific does run as a trio. They can run as a trio. They do run solidly, as a tag team or individuals. So it's definitely interesting to hear that name. Waves and Curls as well. They are a tag team. I don't think they have another person that they run with. I just know that they can pick up somebody else at any time because it's. Listen, people who live in the Northeast flock together in the Northeast. So
that's facts, bro. That's why I'm trying. Like that's legit. Why I'm trying up there. Like everybody. Like once we listen, like I legit once we knock out, Takeover. Like I think the gates of like the northeastern region, like up there, need to just open up so we can just. It's like Def Jam. Like we just got we took over the Grappital region, right? Right, pure ignorance in the Grappital region is pure ignorance. It's territory. All right, point blank. That's like if you want to get to the heavy hitters of the Grappital region, like your Trisha Doras, right? Your Andinos, your Oches, like you gotta get through us first, right? We the gatekeepers, so we got this on lock. Let's go, like take over somebody else's region, like and like legit, like the New England area is like y'all just wait, y'all just wait, because y'all about to have problems. With pure ignorance, step foot, bro.
I don't know. Maybe sometime, like we might find some of us on I don't know, the Wrestling Open.
You're right. You might, bro. Like not. I'm just gonna drink my vitamin water.
I'm gonna be real though. Full transparency. Like I was up in the Northeast, just running, watching, and learning, and picking up new notes and stuff like that, bro. Like I'm hyped. I was like. It's not like that far away. You know what I mean? Like it's not out of the reach. And I know like on this show we've talked about it, me working and being a worker as well. But getting up there and being able to perform and stuff like that, like, hey man, like I want that new region unlocked, and like I feel like I got the sneak peek. Now like all right, I need something real to get into this. So I'm just like, all right.
Hey Cliff, who was there?
Oh yeah.
who was there?
Yeah, so the OG himself, ROG, and I'll say it like that. He's ROG. And we go to him, we ask him for advice. Tyree Taylor, Prolific.
Exactly. That's all that needs to be said.
The heavy hitter, the wig splitter himself was up there. We definitely
I love Tyree.
Bangers only is how he rocks, and by all means, he's not lying. Like it is 100% that. So it was definitely fun to like be able to chat with him, catch up, and also like opening it up, right? Ran into BRG up there, Brett Ryan Gosling, who's also been on the show. We were talking to him, Alec Price, who is a part of Wrestling Open. His interview came out last week. He was on the show. So, it was like, it's not like it's any secret to us. Like anybody who follows our podcast knows exactly like, hey man, like we talk to the regions of where we want to go. Like whether it's like all of us or just individually, whatever it is, we all talk. So we know like who we're running into and who you see the list of people that we have opening up. But it's not about like all of us because it's really focused about you three. So, hey, we got to run and we got to ask the next big question, right? We're going to move this topic over. So we've talked about opening up the scenes is who you guys want to work after TakeOver. So the last kind of question I have for you guys before we kind of like have to, wrap all this up is in this match, who's coming out with the finish?
Me. Me.
No, it's not you.
What do you mean it's not me?
It would be if anything, it'd be Jace. I mean, it'd be Noah.
Mhm.
It'd be
But
Baby Boy. He's coming off the top.
But I want to knock him out,
Bang.
though. I want to knock him out. Like,
That's
we can
fine,
knock him
but-
out.
Yeah,
If
you're gonna knock him out, but he's finishing
I'm
it.
coming from the top.
Okay, that's fine, bro. That's fine. I'm just saying, let me knock him out. I want to knock him out.
There you go.
I'm gonna hit him with the nugs regardless. Oh, that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna hit him with the nugs, and I guess what I can tell the referee. I'll let him hold the nugs for me, like I don't got another pair. Like I'm gonna knock the I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna knock him out.
You're gonna knock him out.
Point blank, but yeah,
Here,
you know, Noah's gonna come off the top. I don't know why. That's the normal game plan. No, you're right. That's my fault.
That is normal game plan.
That's
I
no.
come off the top.
That's the normal game plan. Like that's the bread and butter.
So
Once
with
the
this being
FTC
such a
gets
big
in-
match, we're going high. We getting air, and with that
Like,
air, we
yeah.
coming all the way down, and we smash and take over. You feel me? Straight like that.
I like it.
I know me.
So-
I duff him and throw him. So
Mhm.
that's what I do. That's all I do. Duff him and throw him.
I love it. Hey, so we'll open it up for you guys for the next couple seconds. If you guys want to ask questions, go ahead, put your questions in. I'll pull them up, and then we'll talk about it. For in the meantime, between time, if you guys want to hang out with us, do so. Put your questions in. I would love to be able to read off your questions to these guys. You guys can chop it up. Talk with the guys of Pure Ignorance. Whoever has the questions, just ask. You see them. You see them right now. But what we can do until somebody else puts some stuff in there, we can play the 10 count questions.
My favorite.
Oh, okay. 10 count questions. Okay.
So the funny thing is that all three of you guys have actually run into this individually. Like we've already run you guys through this process once. But we're gonna run it all over again. I'm gonna ask the questions, the three count podcast, 10 count questions, because this is the best segment. The second best segment on the 3 Count podcast
Second best
Yeah.
of all time.
Because the best segment in the 3 Count podcast is the Red Dogs Power Rankings. It's Sunday. I had to get that out.
There we go.
I couldn't go a whole Sunday without getting that out.
Hey, put it out there, man. Last week, and I'll talk about this right now. So I do have the 2 matches from last week that I think were the top 2 matches. And obviously, we didn't have a show. By the way, if you guys were wondering like where we've been,
Yeah, we haven't
June
done.
19th, June 19th, we were all of us were at a show.
Mhm. Yep.
Chaz, I think you got sick the week last
Yeah.
week, 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago, and then I was on
Yep.
vacation last week, and then we just came back. So that's where
Yeah.
we've been for the last 3 weeks. But I want to talk about 2 matches that came out last week that we really should be addressing. Right at the beginning of the week, I thought the best match of the week was actually, and everybody's gonna laugh about this one. I don't really give a shit. Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay was like
No, that
That
match
was that was a good match. I
was
thought
good.
like that match was fire.
it you know what 100%, and it would be no disrespect if anybody was like that was the best match of the week until Hell in a Cell when the Usos and the Street Profits destroy that
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
I
They
was
did their
like,
thing.
God Almighty, this was the crazy thing is like with all of that, because even Blood and Guts happened like right in the middle, and those 2 matches to me were still like levels above
Like
everything
top
that
tier.
happened. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
But just thinking about what you call it. You mean you mean Money in the Bank, right?
Money in the Bank. Yeah, what I say?
Yeah, money.
Who's the Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, you know what? Pretty much it's the same thing. It's a gimmick.
Because I was like, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, wait, he said Hell in a Cell. I'm like, wait a minute, that didn't happen.
Because I'm not gonna lie, as soon as he said Hell in a Cell, I thought of Cody and Seth. Like that
That's what I
right.
was thinking too.
Like,
He said Hell in a
that
Cell. I
was
was
the
like,
first
wait,
match that like popped in my
Cody and
head.
Seth was the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Listen, there was 7 days worth of wrestling that I was watching.
Yeah.
Everything is blurred. So this week though, we'll talk about the match of the week next week on the show. This week wasn't really focused on that, but we got to get into the 10 count questions. And there's 3 of y'all, so I expect to hear 3 different answers. The way we're going to run this down is going to be the Don, Prince, and then Noah. That's the order that I'm looking for. So let's start it off with my favorite question asked first: SmackDown or Raw?
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Favorite movie?
The Dark Knight.
Thin line between love and hate.
Spider-Man. Far From Home.
That was the worst one. Of
That is the worst one out of all 3 of them. I knew he was gonna pick that too. I knew he was gonna pick that one. I was like, when he said Spider-Man, I'm like, oh, he's about to say Far From Home.
I'm sorry, that was my favorite one.
That's how you know
It was
you
my
young.
favorite.
You're like, I appreciate
Oh
it.
my
This movie's
gosh.
so good.
Okay, no. First off, guys, look, I appreciate the old Spider-Man movies. I love them. Toby did great. Andrew did great, but I don't know what it is. Tom Holland's just next level for me, in my opinion. That's me.
That's why you know you're young, y'all. That's like
pick that one. Like, it's like, Homecoming was actually really good, but man, he was like, yeah, Far From Home. That was it.
Homecoming was good, but Far From Home, I liked it. It was
All
different.
right. Sonic or Mario?
Sonic.
Mario.
Okay. I like it. Favorite cartoon?
Amazing World of Gumball.
Hey.
That's a good one.
That's the
So
one.
like it's a toss up. It depends on the day. Like it legit. It's like it's a talk between Ed and Eddie and Phineas and Ferb. Listen, my mom hated that show so much that when I was watching it, she goes, "Oh, that stupid show." Like she just had to let that be known that she didn't like the show.
Boondock.
Hey.
I was watching that last night.
Classic.
I love the Boondocks. Hey, I'm gonna put this out there, right? So my boss, man, like he found out that I watched the Boondocks, and he's just like, "Why do you watch the Boondocks?" I was like, "What do you mean? Why do I watch the Boondocks? I find the show entertaining. I love this show." And he's like, "Man, we can't have nothing. You was at you was at Afram. You in like." He's like, "Why? You watch the Boondocks?" He's like, our music. Why are you around? That's like, I don't know, man. I just am. And so we came off with favorite cartoon. Let's talk about it. PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Even though I've been playing my Xbox a lot more, it's always gonna be PlayStation.
I was about to say, bro.
That was gonna be the one. That was gonna be the deal breaker.
Listen, legit, bro. Listen, Prince got the Xbox, right? Listen, Prince, like I only play Call of Duty for one reason. That is because Prince likes to play Call of Duty. All right, I suck. All right, we all have played Call of Duty. We know I am garbage, but I can keep up. All right, bruh. I never forget. I hit him up one day. I'm like, bro, you ain't been on the game in like 2 weeks. He said, oh yeah, my wife got me the Xbox, so I've been playing on that. Now every time I try to get him the game, I'll be like, oh, he's on his Xbox, and I'm like, traitor.
Look, I am really good at.
My dad has instilled in me. We are a PlayStation bloodline.
Exactly.
And I plan on.
And that is fine.
There is fine. Xbox hit my household. My kids will play PlayStation. I still have my PlayStation 1, my 2. Yeah, I don't have the 3, but I got the 2, and I got a 4. I haven't got a 5 yet.
You got that? See, I got that one too.
Yeah, he got that one too, but still, I haven't.
But see, the only reason I play, like I said, the reason I play my Xbox to a T. If y'all know me, y'all know I am a Call of Duty guy. I love Call of Duty. I'm really good at Call of Duty. I have gotten wins with, I believe, both Red Dog and the Dawn. I think I've gotten a win with Jace or Noah, whatever y'all want to call him. Look, Jace is his middle name. That's what I've been calling him since, yeah. So,
but y'all, I'm the weakest link in Call of Duty. I'll admit it, because it was like we were all playing one day, and it was all 3 of them. One building, guys. Where am I at? The other side of the map. Trying to figure out how to make it.
That did happen.
Yeah, we was like, no, what are you doing? I'm trying to find y'all. What are you talking about? We're over here. Oh, I didn't know y'all landed there.
Exactly. I didn't know. And the enemies were right there apparently. So that was that.
Yeah, you did get like shot out. Like once you walked out, like you got like
I got.
Gave away position and everything, man. This dude was terrible. All right, so we came off the question for PlayStation or Xbox. Let's get into favorite actor.
Will Smith.
Tom Holland. I'm gonna give it to Tom. Right now, he's my favorite.
He took mine, so I'm gonna go with Emma Watson.
Okay. Bet I like. All right, Apple or Android?
Apple.
I have an Apple, but I'm gonna have to trade on y'all. I'm gonna go Android. my stuff be breaking too much for me to like.
You take care of your stuff.
And then it's crazy. This is the first iPhone I've gotten that I've taken care of. But if you've seen the other iPhones, I completely trashed them.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Nah, I gotta run with my Android. I'm be 100% like it's just right there.
Don't mess up our group chat. We got a group chat.
You could throw an Android at the wall and it's still gonna be fine. If I throw my iPhone at the wall right now, everything's gonna be shattered. My memory's gonna be deleted. I'm not gonna have.
That's why you gotta get an
Autobot.
That's what you gotta do, bro. You gotta get an
No,
See,
you should have had. Listen, your cell phone does not need an Autobot. It shouldn't even need a phone case. In reality, like I know. I have one right here on my phone, but that's not the point. The point is you shouldn't have to have one. Like, your phone should not be so sensitive that if you touch the screen, it cracks. That's what Apples do. I hate
But look, I can't even be mad at them because they do crack. But listen, the technology within the iPhone, Android just don't got it like that. The green bubble, man.
You know
the
why
green bubble.
Android doesn't have
What's
it?
wrong with green? I like green.
And you guys out there, like you guys, this now just becomes a general conversation. This is how it always is when all four of us link up. You know why? You know why Android doesn't have all the services that Apple has? It's because we have shit that we already progressed up to. Apple has all the stuff that we had. That's how it works.
Factual. They just added their own little Apple twist to it, and made it cost a little
bit
bit
logo
more
on there and made everybody pay $900+ for it. That's
Factual.
it. Hey,
I mean, we buy the same iPhone every year.
It has a better camera. Ooh, guess who else had that camera? Samsung. Hey, let's hop into next question. Favorite podcast?
The 3 Count Podcast.
The 3 Count.
It's a loaded question because it's not like we don't market this shit.
But to say, listen, I know that trick.
Yeah.
Hey, so normally in this part, this would be a question where I say nominate someone that you want to see on the show. And I think, you know what, let's just keep the question. So nominate somebody that you guys want to see on this podcast.
Jeez, everyone who I wanted has been on the show. I can't think. If we're going to shoot now, I think for, because I mean, like I said, we all know that, I'm also a 3 Count Podcast slave worker.
By a black man.
Who was the slave?
Remember, I always say you're the figurehead. You're the figurehead. I'm not seen. I would start getting bigger names. I want a Chris Jericho. I still want Chris Jericho. Even though, I mean, that was the goal from the start. That was before he's, that was just the end goal. Because once I get Chris Jericho, I can cut all this crap and we can go home right off in the sunset. Well, that's the name. That's what we said from jump. But big thing, I want Moxley. I want Lee Moriarty. I definitely want to talk to Lee.
I will say this about Lee. I want a match with Lee Moriarty. That's like my one big match, singles, like that doesn't have to be with y'all. That's the one person that I want to face because we are literally starting where he's starting at. Or where he started at.
Actual.
Yeah.
But continue. Go ahead, Chad.
Let's see. I would love to see who Leo Rush. I'm gonna throw him out there. And yeah, I'm just gonna say Leo for right now. I'd love to see Leo on the show.
Okay, that. And then last but not least, my favorite question to ask every single person who comes on this podcast. Well, it's not my podcast. This is a debate show, but the question I like to ask: favorite curse word?
Bitch.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna add somebody's name at the end. Fuck Jay Bougie. There you go.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the same as the Don as this one. Bitch. It's my favorite one.
It's a good one. But listen, y'all, like, you guys, we didn't have really any kind of questions get brought in. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you guys kind of get your social medias out there, let people know where they can find y'all.
All right, you can follow me on everything, like legit. I make it easy because I know, some of y'all are, technologically, inadequate. So Chaz_the Don. All right, that's on Twitter, my Instagram, on Facebook, the Don Chaz Evans. That's my like page. I'm also on TikTok as well at Chaz_the Don. And our YouTube channel, right, is you type in Pure Ignorance. If you see these three beautiful black faces, that's us. All our matches are up there. We try to get it updated regularly, but you know how people hold footage. I don't want to put out, no iPhone footage. I want their footage. So we try to update it regularly. Pure Ignorance, subscribe. That's Chaz_the Don, everything.
Just follow me on Twitter. Right now, I'm trying to get my Twitter things up, Twitter fingers, all of that. So P Machiavelli, find me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really need.
You can find me guys on Twitter and IG, Mystic_Jace. You can also go to what else do I have? Yeah, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, Mystic_Jace. You can find me. No Idol, follow me, all that good stuff.
Also, if you guys didn't know, you guys can go to the shop store, whatamaneuver.net /stores/ or is it /r/pure_ignorance?
I don't know. Go to whatamaneuver.net and if you search pure, if you find Pure Ignorance, that's us. There's only one. You can't miss it. Ain't nobody else got a name like Pure
One
Ignorance.
and only.
That's you can also find my store there too as well.
Yeah, you can find his stuff there too. But yeah,
Jace the Juice. That's what Tyler did. But listen, they gave you all their handles. They told you where you can find them. They also gave you, their YouTube channel. So what does that mean? Kind of like how I say it on Now Into the Ring. It's everybody's favorite part of a wrestling match. We're going home. Because this is the 3 Count Podcast Debate Show, and I have been your host, Clifford Red Dog Miller. That's right, pulling back the curtain. There you go. Okay, Tyler, welcome. Thank you for dropping my full name out there. But more importantly, you guys know what that means. I'm your guys' Sherpa, the man who leads you up this mountain called wrestling. But like every good Sherpa, you always have to have someone who's been there, done that, and can do it better than you can. And that's why it's never about me. It's about the 3 gentlemen right here, Pure Ignorance, sitting next to me. We're always talking with them, debating with them. But more importantly, TakeOver did not take over because, they didn't even show. It is what
they didn't show. Look. Can everyone? I want to make sure. Right, I want to make sure this is clear before anything else is before you do any other exit outro. Listen. July 22nd, right? Hamburg, Pennsylvania Fieldhouse. Your boys, Pure Ignorance, is stepping in the building, all right? They can't duck and dodge us anymore. They can duck and dip a podcast. I swear on everything that if they dip on that match, I will pull up in my own little dummery car up to New.
Hey, no,
the mic wasn't even ready.
Knock the mic off. I'm mad because they dipped. Listen, I'm gonna knock them out. They better show up. They dipped on the podcast. If they dipped on the match, we will pull up to New York City. We'll go to the Bronx and we'll duff them in their own house.
Period.
Throw
this
some
fancy mic didn't cut off on me when I'm trying to hype the match so people can come by to the show. Be there, all right? It's
throw some rats on them. That's all. That's all New York's known for.
22nd, y'all.
That's all they know for is rats.
Rats.
Rats. And that's what
The
Takeover
Styles
is, a
Cat.
bunch of rats. PJ Savage, the faceless ones, Jay Bougie. Every last one of them.
There it is. So, like I said, you guys.
Bunch of
right?
chumps.
So, you guys know what to do. Tune in to the next episode and be there. Or you're following us on all of our social medias, right? So, right there at the bottom, you can see all the way at the bottom. There's right there. You're going to our What a Maneuver. You're picking up all of our gear because, you love us and you want to
Right.
show off our merch. And then, like I said, you either tune into the next episode, checking out our stuff, or you're waiting for this outro. And you're choosing another episode to listen to. Peace.